Good morning everyone. This video is for the students of class 11 subject economics. In this video we shall start a new chapter, that is chapter number 6, diagrammatic presentation of data, bar diagrams and pie diagrams. From our book, that is Statistics for Economics, and this is my lecture number 1 for chapter 6. So basically in the previous chapter, you learned how to present a data in a tabular form. Okay, so in this chapter, we will learn how to present a data in simple and attractive manner, that is in the forms of diagrams. So data may be presented in simple and attractive manner in the form of diagrams. Diagrammatic presentation is broadly classified as of three types. First, geometric form, which includes bar diagrams and pie diagrams. Second, frequency diagrams, which includes histograms, polygon and ogive. And third one is arithmetic line graphs, or we can say time series graph. Now, what are the advantages of diagrams? Okay, what are the advantages of presenting our data in the form of diagrams? See, diagrams are very attractive and impressive. They prove very useful in comparing data from one year to another or otherwise. Okay, through the help of diagrams, we can compare our data of one year with the another year. Diagrams are easy and simple to understand. By simplifying data, diagrams save time, energy and efforts. So these are the advantages of presenting a data in the form of diagrams. Now, diagrammatic presentation is divided into three categories. First one is geometric form, second frequency diagrams, and third arithmetic line graphs or time series graphs. In this chapter, we shall study geometric forms. In geometric forms, diagrams can be presented either by bar diagrams or by pie diagrams. So in this video, we shall focus on bar diagrams. So basically, what are bar diagrams? Bar diagrams are those diagrams in which data are presented in the form of bars, or we can say rectangles. Bars are also called columns. Okay, these are those diagrams in which we present the data in the form of bars, or we can say rectangles. What are the features of bar? Bar usually means a rectangle or some rectangular form. It shows some value of variable. Okay, it has the following features. The length or height of the bars differs according to different values. If the value is greater, the length of the bar would be greater. If the value of variable is less, then the length will also be less. That is, length may be more or less, but breadth remains the same. Okay. Second feature is bars may be either vertical or horizontal. However, usually these are used in their vertical form. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you are presenting your data with vertical bars or horizontal bars. You can use both kind of bars, but generally we use vertical forms of bars. Bars are equidistant from each other. It means that distance between two bars is equal. Okay, so there is constant distance between different bars. Next, all bars are based on some common baseline. Okay, suppose in our diagram we are taking x-axis as a baseline. This means that all bars will stand on x-axis, and if we are taking y-axis as common baseline, then all bars will stand on y-axis. So that's why it is said that all bars are based on some common baseline. Okay. Next feature is, unless data assumes some specific ordering, these should be presented to form bars of the ascending or descending order. And the last feature is, to make the the bars attractive, these may be shaded with different colors. It is not important that you have to do coloring, okay, but if you are doing a practical work somewhere, then just to make your presentation more attractive, you can use colors, but it is not a compulsion. Now, there are 5 types of bar diagrams. First one is simple bar diagrams, multiple bar diagrams, subdivided bar diagrams or differential bar diagrams. Fourth one is percentage bar diagrams, and fifth one is deviation bar diagrams. In this video, we shall read 3 types of bar diagrams, that is simple bar diagrams, multiple bar diagrams, and subdivided bar diagrams or differential bar diagrams. Remaining 2 types will be discussed in next video lecture. Now see, the first type is simple bar diagrams. Okay, these are those diagrams which are based on single set of numerical data, okay, which represent only one feature of the data. The different items or values are represented by different bars. Data relating to birth rate, death rate, production level of a commodity are generally presented in the form of simple bar diagrams, and these bar diagrams present only a single set of numerical data. Okay, so these are used to represent only one characteristic of data, and there will be as many bars as number of observations. For example, we can take, if we are taking the data obtained on production of oil seeds in a particular year, this can be represented by such bars. Okay, these diagrams are more useful to present time series data such as individual value like weight of students, time series like birth rate according to 2001 to 2011 census surveys, okay, geographical conditions like per capita income in different states of India, namely Haryana, Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, etc. So bar diagrams are used to represent such kind of data. The main limitation of simple bar diagram is that these diagrams can show only a single set of numerical data. Okay, now just see with the help of illustration. See, the following table gives data on birth rate in India according to census survey of different years. Okay, so basically what is given in the question? The data on birth rate in India is given on the basis of different years. Present the information in the form of vertical or simple bar diagram. So first thing, just notice that there is only one feature, that is birth rate. Okay, this is the year and this is birth rate. So how we will represent it in the form of bar diagram? See, on x-axis we have taken year and on y-axis we have taken birth rate. Okay, so we have taken years like 1951 to 60, 1961 to 70, 1971 to 80, similarly so on up to 2001 to 2010. Now if you see in your table, in 1951 to 60, the birth rate was given 45. So this is the point where I struck 45. So my bar diagram, the length of bar is 45. In 1961 to 70, birth rate is given 35. This is the point. So the length of my bar is 35. And if you are noticing that length is 35, but breadth is common in each bar. Breadth is common in each bar. Only there is difference between the length. Okay. So this is the presentation of bar diagram. Simple bar diagram. Now the next one is multiple bar diagrams. Multiple bar diagrams are those diagrams which show two or more sets of data simultaneously. Okay, simple bar diagram was the diagram which shows only one set of data. Multiple bar diagrams shows the set of two or more sets of data. Generally, these diagrams are used to make comparison between two sets of series. Okay, when do we use multiple bar diagrams? When we have to make comparison between two sets of cities, such as birth rate and death rate. Okay, if we have to compare the city, compare between birth rate cities and death rate cities in India, then we will use multiple bar diagram and represent our data in the form of multiple bar diagram. Separate bars are drawn to present separate sets of values. Generally, bars are differentiated by colors to simultaneously indicate the behavior of two sets of cities. Now see, the following table shows birth and death rate in India according to census reports between 1931 to 40 to 2016 to 17. Hypothetical figures, okay, these are just imaginary or hypothetical figures, present the data in the form of multiple bar diagrams. Okay, see, this is the year and there are two sets of series, that is birth rate and death rate. Okay, now see, this is the presentation of multiple bar diagram. On y-axis birth and death rate is taken, on x-axis year is taken. Okay, so first year was 1931 to 40. Okay, this yellow color rectangles or bar shows birth rate and orange color bars shows death rate. So in the year, first year, that is 1931 to 40, between this time period, our birth rate was 46 and death rate was 36. So these two bars are showing the comparison between birth rate and death rate during the time period 1931 to 40. Similarly, during the time period of 1941 to 50, our birth rate was 45 and our death rate was 31. So this is the vertical bars which are showing the comparison between birth rate and death rate, and you will do it like this. Okay. The third type is subdivided bar diagrams or differential bar diagrams. Subdivided bar diagrams are those diagrams which simultaneously present total values as well as part values of set of data. Okay, what does this mean? Suppose you have to present a data of total family members. Okay, so the total value will be on the basis of total family members, and then you have to divide the data on the basis of females and males. Okay, so one bar will represent total value of the family members in a family, and in that same bar we will divide that bar on the basis of males and females. Different parts of bars are shaded with colors. Okay, means male part will be colored with different color and female part of the bar will be colored with different color. However, different parts of a bar must be shown in the same order for all the bars of a diagram. And it should not be like this, that in one bar you are coloring male portion with green color and in the another bar you are coloring the male portion with orange color. Okay, there should be symmetry. See with the help of a example. This is the illustration. The following table shows production of electricity from different sources in India during 2014 to 15 to 2017 to 18. And this is hypothetical data. You have to present the data in subdivided bar diagrams. Okay, so this is the year. Let us take year on x-axis. Okay, this shows hydroelectricity and this shows thermal electricity, and this is the total production. So total production will be taken as total value, that is total length of the bar, and these will be the division in that bar. Okay. Now see, this is the representation. On x-axis year is taken, on y-axis production is taken. Okay. So during the year 2014 to 15, my hydroelectricity, that is represented with orange color, was 46 and thermal electricity production was 64. So the total length, total height of the bar was 110. Similarly, during 2015 to 16, Hydroelectricity production was 49 and thermal electricity production was 72. So the total length of the bar is 121. Okay. So this is the way how you will represent the data in the form of subdivided bar diagram. So I hope all the three types of bar diagrams which I explained you in this video are clear to you. Now on the basis of that you have to do these questions. This is your question number 1. Draw a simple bar diagram. Okay. Year and number of distinction holders. This is your question number 2. From the data given below, draw a multiple bar diagram. Okay. So this is your table. On the basis of this, you have to draw multiple bar diagram. This is your third question. The following table shows the monthly expenditure of 3 families and represent the above data by subdivided bar diagram.